us now. He's joining us live from the Turkish-Syrian border. What does it look like there, Phil?
Well, through the day, Wolf, we again saw US B-1 bombers in the skies over Kobani with multiple huge explosions around the perimeters of the city there, as Jim has described. Huge explosions, huge columns of black smoke over the skyline. Incredibly dramatic. And those Kurdish fighters that are resisting ISIS in the city are grateful. They say these strikes are effective, that the United States is hitting the right targets, that it is making a difference. But on the streets of Kobani, where they are battling street to street, they have had a day of very tough fighting. They say that ISIS has sent reinforcements from its self-declared capital of Raqqa, deeper in Syria. That means that they're up against even greater numbers, as well as being outgunned. And what it has meant for them in the last 24 hours is those Kurdish fighters that have taken territory back from ISIS in the city, well, they haven't been able to hold it. They've had to fall back further again. While there is international pressure on Turkey to get involved here, what those Kurdish fighters in the city say is they don't want Turkish troops to roll across the border and save them. They just want the Turkish government to lift restrictions at the border crossing so supplies, new fighters and ammunition can be sent in. And the Kurdish fighters believe that if they get resupplied and the US keeps hitting ISIS at the perimeter of the city, it's making a big difference, and it will continue to do so, and they can hold out for some time yet. Well,
if they were to make a decision to move in, I assume, and you're right there, Phil, that the Turks have a lot of firepower on their side of the border, tanks, armored personnel carriers. They could just move right into Syria and protect those people in Kobani. Is that right?
They have a huge, capable military, there is no doubt about that. Moving into the city would be difficult because it is such a built-up area, and they would no doubt suffer casualties along the way. What they're concerned about, one of the demands they're making before any sort of ground operation can begin, is a no-fly zone, because, as we've heard, they're also concerned about the regime of the president, the Syrian president, Bashar al-Assad, and they're concerned about his air force, and his air force striking Turkish troops. But the line from Turkey so far, and it's been repeated again, is they're not prepared to do this alone. So a Turkish ground operation for the moment remains a non-starter.
All right, Phil Black on the scene for us on that border between Turkey and Syria. It's a dangerous part of the world right now. Thank you very much.